That first experience of me sharing my story, I remember being in the NAMI room and I was doing the In Our Own Voice. In that moment, I remember people just were either teary-eyed or they were looking at me or they came up to me later and said I felt the same way. And it was just an eye-opener that I need to share more, I have to share more, I have to let out my voice.
It was sort of an epiphany moment for me where I realized that I could, make a change from here, or I could continue to go downhill. So for me, listening to the doctors, learning about my conditions, and sort of deciding to turn from just being mentally ill to trying my best to be mentally well, something that I didn't want to waste any more time on. I wanted to live the rest of my life doing the best that I could with the conditions that I had.
When I was struggling with my mental health when I first entered college, being involved with the NAMI community, particularly NAMI Next Gen, was what gave me hope and kept me going.
Somebody said to me, hey, there's this group you may want to check out. They're called NAMI. And I will never forget the first support group I stepped into. And I knew at that moment, these were people who understood the audaciousness that had become my life, and they had found a way to laugh at it. And I felt £1,000,000 come off my shoulders then.
One of my favorite NAMI stories is meeting my family-to-family teacher. I entered the class, had my phone on because my daughter was in the hospital. I was at a time where there was no hope. And just meeting him and hearing his story, I knew that I was in the right place. I knew that I was in a place where I was going to find hope.
I broke down to my mother and I told her everything. And I'll never forget, she must have been afraid, as any mom would be, but she didn't show it at all. And the fact that she wasn't terrified of what I had just gone through showed me that maybe it's not going to be terrifying to get help. So yeah, she was very calm. She was like, all right, this is going to be challenging, but let's do this. Let's make some phone calls. I'm with you. And that was the beginning of my recovery journey.
NAMI is a big reason that I'm here. NAMI has given me the ability to be a better person and to openly express that I too am human. And I can struggle, and that's okay. It's okay not to be okay, it really is.
I signed up for the family-to-family education class, and that's when my life changed, because that first class where I got to go around and share, and I heard everyone in the room share about their family members, about their experiences. I sat there crying, not because of sadness, but out of relief of finally there's a group of people who understand.
So sharing my story with Ending the Silence has definitely allowed me to see people that look like me find relief. It's like a ray of light of hope.
I feel like when I'm in NAMI spaces, in NAMI community, I can be free. I can take the mask off. I can take the walls down a little bit. I can be more organic and just be who I am holistically.
Within the first 5 to 10 minutes at my first family support group, I started hearing these great stories of other family members, other parents going through, and I realized, wow, I'm not alone in this. Because of that, I realized that, I can probably look at things differently in my daughter's situation. That was my aha, my breakthrough moment, that she's not alone, I'm not alone, we're not alone.